What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction with your boy. Right now, we are reacting to SAWEETIE. I heard that you out here in these streets, baby.
Bombocat!
Let's see what's going on with my gal.
I want to talk about this recent story involving rapper SAWEETIE getting exposed by her former road manager. Who basically accused her of moving like an escort. I'm sure a lot of people recognize the name, or at least the face. SAWEETIE got it popping back in 2017 with her breakout song Icy Girl. After that, she had a few big hits and a very public relationship with the rapper Quavo. But even though her music pushed her to the top, a lot of the conversations around her career has always been about her image, her relationships, and whether the fame was built on more than just the music. Now let's get into this particular story. A few days ago, a woman who goes by the name of Maybach May, who claimed to be SAWEETIE's former road manager, went viral after posting a series of social media posts accusing SAWEETIE of exploiting her current boyfriend, which is footballer Jadon Sancho, for money. Basically, she claimed that she was the one who arranged SAWEETIE's trip to London where she met Jadon. Some of y'all might recognize the name or face. Jadon Sancho is a very famous 25-year-old English footballer or soccer player, like Americans would say, who plays for Aston Villa.
Does this soccer player guy style, whatever his name was, does he have more money than Offset? I want to know. What's his name again?
Which is footballer Jadon Sancho.
I keep saying Offset. I mean, what's that nigga name? Quavo. His name is Jadon Sancho. Let me see. We are going to do a little bit of pocket watching. Jadon Sancho. Salary. We gotta hold it. Oh my days. What? 65. Oh my god. 65 divided by 5. That's the shit, right? 65 5. Wait. 2021 to 2026. So he's still on his contract. Oh my gosh. 13 M's. All right. 13 M's. What? That's cap. This is cap. Excuse me. Where's the money? We're looking for the coin, boy. We're looking for that dollar jet. You talking about, did Quavo order to pay nearly $700,000 for slapping a nigga? Holy. His assistant makes $5 grand a day. Yada yada yada. It might be safe to say that her new baller is definitely making more money than this nigga. That's tough. We can't find
money. Basically, she claimed that she was the one who arranged SAWEETIE's trip to London where she met Jadon. Some of y'all might recognize the name or face. Jadon Sancho is a very famous 25-year-old English footballer or soccer player, like Americans would say, who plays for Aston Villa in the Premier League. SAWEETIE and Jadon first linked up back in January 2025 following her visit to Chelsea FC's home stadium, Stamford Bridge, back when Jadon was playing there for one season on a loan. That trip ended up being a turning point because, according to SAWEETIE's former road manager, that's where the story started. Now, Miss Maybach May put up a few posts, but the most prominent one was a screenshot of what she claimed was a text conversation between her and SAWEETIE. And in those messages, SAWEETIE was allegedly making an inquiry about Jadon Sancho, basically asking, how much money could I...
inquiry means that you looking to pursue that motherfucker. So I want to know. Let me
run up if I ended up getting with this guy. And that was one of the most talked about parts of these allegations. This text that the ex-manager claimed came from SAWEETIE herself. And the message said, when bitches run it up.
My messages to you are blue. Oh, now they back. What you doing? We should do a Big Bear trip with good friends group. What? We should do a Big Bear trip with good friends group co-ed. OMG, it's so nice here. Not even that cold. It's 2 hours from LA. At the studio, girl, all my friends out of state. Okay. When bitches run it up on Jaden, how much they doing in a weekend?
Damn. On Jaden, how much they doing in a weekend. So that line alone had people online losing their minds, because if that text is real, it sounds like she's asking, you know, how much are other women making off of him, almost like she's comparing rates. And that's what made this whole situation spiral, because it doesn't just sound messy, it sounds very transactional. And this is important because this is not the first time Saweetie has been accused of this type of thing. Over the years, there's been quiet talk,
I know that
rumors,
Saweetie
gossip,
was
whatever
going
you want to
like
call
that
it, through the grapevine about her using relationships as a business move. Now, this is kind of when it starts getting into the territory where people begin throwing around words like selling the pum pum or escorting, which basically is a very serious accusation. Some of y'all might remember how back in 2022, a little over a year after her breakup with Quavo, he seemingly called her out on the song Messy with the late Takeoff. Rest in peace to Takeoff. On that record, he said, BITCH, after my dog.
Before my dog behind my back, I ain't need stressing though. Not at all. Take off.
On my back, but I ain't stressing. And at the time, everybody knew who the dog was rumored to be. It was Offset. And that lyric right there came right after online rumors started spreading online that Saweetie and Offset had hooked up behind Quavo's back, which allegedly is what started the beef between
bitch on my dog roof, beat the whole wall loose, hopping up all woo. I said that bitch don't come for me. I said these niggas is under me.
The Migos, who are the only two ones left. Saweetie never confirmed it, neither did Offset. However, Offset did years later. Recently, actually, he denied that. But that moment definitely changed how a lot of people started looking at Saweetie. So now with these new allegations from her former road manager, people are revisiting that old situation, not because the stories are, you know, the same, but because they both paint a picture of how Saweetie moves when it comes to men with status and power, right? Now, her former road manager put up a few other
posts. I'm going to keep it a beam. All the boys in the chat, all the boys that's watching right now, keep it a thou wow. All the way 100. Saweetie come to you right now. Or she takes your man. She takes your girl. You know what I'm saying? Not your girl, but like your homegirl type shit. How much for the weekend? You about to sit here and tell me you not going? Brother. Saweetie giving that for the free ski for you. Or not free, but shit. You making $13 million in a year. Shit, you are not tripping. Fuck you talking about, shit. You are not tripping. Like, I know why. If I got a homegirl and she got, you know what I'm saying, a text from Saweetie.
Oh God, one of the most notable ones is where she referred to Jada Sancho as a client. I want to make one thing clear. I booked her for an appearance to visit the Chelsea Stadium and support the soccer team. Instead of paying me, she fell in love.
Why is she on Instagram? First, hold on. Let's take a break. Why are you on Instagram typing in cursive? Can't nobody read this shit? Nigga gotta look and squint and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna keep it that wild. You know what I'm saying? I went to school with carpet in my classroom. I can't read this bit, bro. I can't read all this. I want to make one thing clear. Then you got a big space in between the comma. You might have went to school with the carpet in the classroom. Might not be me. I ain't never seen nobody on Instagram typing cursive.
With the client and told him not to pay me. I was a road manager with her, getting her deals. I was solid to this girl. She got what she wanted and never paid me. Simple. I want my money. Interesting. She claimed she was actually the one who arranged.
So she's the... They need to go to jail. If somebody's selling it and I'm orchestrating that motherfucker... Yeah.
For Saweetie and Jaden to link up, but according to her, things didn't go as planned. And in reality, at least based on what the road manager is saying, the whole plan was for Saweetie to get together with Jaden and he would trick on her. Okay, meaning he'd spend money on her, buy gifts, fly her out, take care of her financially in exchange for her time and attention. Basically, paying for the boom boom, right? But instead of keeping it business, Sweetie allegedly, fell in love with a guy, and that's what Miss Maybach is claiming. So that's when, this whole story turned from just messy.
So she went out there with intentions to get. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got a sound for that, I think. Sweetie went out there for this. Stop while I run it! But instead of getting that, she got this. Yeah. She fell in love. So that's why I get why the road manager is like, bitch, you did what? Fuck no, bitch, you gotta run that sack today. And I get her. I get the girl who, set the whole thing up. I understand it because you came out here for X, Y, and Z, not A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? You trying to find love. You trying to POP hold it down. Bitch, I got 2-3 more hoes that's trying to come through next month. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get they shit. I'm trying to get a bag. You fucking up the plate. I get it. I understand it now.
Into something way more serious. I'll tell a joke, but I ain't never told a lie. I sent you to Dubai because
I was getting $180,000 a week. What? Niggas is throwing money like that? When Saweetie asking for her third. What? When she's asking for her third blank week, it's Wednesday.
Because you never balled before and was depressed looking for a happy life. Took you to London, babes. Took you to Nigeria. Booked you on an Australian tour. I helped this girl so much, only for her to play with my money at the end. I'm just missing my payment money from London. Pay up before I start naming the rest of the husbands you was playing with. And her beef with Sweetie is basically that Sweetie didn't pay her for these services, okay? Like 50 cents, she wanted her goddamn money. Now, some people might call that matchmaking or management, but depending on how you look at it, if what this woman is saying is actually true, that starts crossing into something way darker, because what she's describing
she is a PIMP.
Sounds a lot like what they call procure. Because what she's describing sounds a lot like procuring, which by definition is when someone arranges or facilitates sexual encounters for money on. In illegal terms, that's literally what's known as pimping or being a madame. Which falls.
Hey, look, I ain't the brightest motherfucker in the room, but I'm a bright motherfucker in the room. You hear me?
Under SEX trafficking laws in the United States and most other countries. So if, and that's a big if, what she's claiming actually happened, that wouldn't just be messy. That would be a crime. But again, these are just allegations. None of this has been confirmed, and Sweetie hasn't, publicly spoken about this. And I just don't know how smart it is for the ex-manager to even put this out there publicly for a few.
I ain't gonna lie, the ex-manager is over with. I will never work with you again. Ever in life would I ever work with you again. What? You bad business, baby. Even if I was a new client, I'd never work with you. I'll find somebody else because you can't hold water to save your life.
Reasons.
You talk too much.
Number one, I don't know if this is how she makes her money, but if it is, this move could seriously hurt her business, because anyone with money or status is going to look at this and think, yeah, I'm not working with someone who's exposing private stuff like that. And number two, if there's even a little truth to what she's saying, she might have actually put herself in danger, because when you start talking about lying people around for things like that, it can get the authorities involved real quick. I mean, that's not just drama anymore. That's the kind of thing that can turn into a real investigation. So honestly, she might have exposed herself too while trying to expose Sweetie, because if this ever gets to the point where the FBI, whoever starts, looking into it, Sweetie could easily flip it into, she could say that, hey, I was being extorted, or, the manager was the one who was trying to set her up.
Yeah, you're not trying no shit like that, boy. Them feds on your ass. Your ass going to... Yeah, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. And then the person that's orchestrating the whole thing, she trying to facilitate. She's 6'8", 250, can see the whole floor. She playing point guard. Yeah, going to the pen, baby. You going to the big boy jail. Your ass is going, maximum security, level 5 penitentiary.
And just like that, Sweetie gets the get out of jail free card, right?
No, she don't.
But that's beside the point. This type of thing isn't very rare in the entertainment world. Obviously, none of this is confirmed. These are all allegations, and that's exactly how we're labeling it for now, the Sweetie allegations. But let's be real, a lot of this kind of stuff goes on behind the scenes, right? And it's just that most of the time, it never goes to the public. Whether it's certain Instagram models or bottle girls, influencers, once they're connected to the entertainment space, it's a whole different ball game. Because what happens is you start mixing money, fame, and access. That's where the lines get blurry. Now, whatever it's a whole different ball game. Because what happens is you start mixing money, fame, and
I got some shit for Sweetie. We just got some, like, you know what I'm saying? Some, yeah. Lucky I can't find it right now, because girl, I'll show you some. Clap it up for Sweetie. She's staying true to herself. She not changing up for nobody. Shout out to her, man.
access, that's where the lines get blurry. Now, whatever you want to say about Sweetie, go ahead. But the truth is, you know, she got money. She's a millionaire. She's not broke. She got money. But that doesn't automatically mean someone can get caught up in a situation like this. Because the truth is, a lot of women who move in these circles, they might have money, but at the same time, they just don't have that kind of money, right? Like, just to give you an idea, Jadon Sancho, the young man we talked about who's 25, who plays in the Premier League, he's reportedly making 300,000 British pounds a week. That's almost 400,000 US dollars every.
That is a top. Oh shit, my bad. That is a top 1% nigga. I want y'all to understand that. That is 400 grand is top 1% in the world, right? Am I right? Ah, 700 grand. All right, shit. Nigga, top 5 though. All right, he got to be top 5. If 1% is 700,000, he got to be top 5. 0.1% earners make $3 million a year. Top 1% is 800K. Top 5% is over $330,000. That nigga's making $399. He's making $399. That nigga's a top 5 earner in the world. Damn, hold on, nigga. If you make 160, 167, you top 10, nigga. Hold on, Jill. We can do this shit. Oh God. Me and you, hey, look, we could make it to the top 10 here, bro. Oh God. We could definitely make it top 10. Right now, see, we probably like what? Top 25, nigga. We can make it top 10, nigga. We can make it top 10, bro.
Single week. So rapper money is very different from athlete, but specifically Premier League money, clearly. So when you're in those circles, when that kind of money's floating around, it's a different ballgame, right? And they don't just deal with random women on the street. They go through people, connections, introductions, recommendations, okay, from inside their little world. So when you see a woman with some kind of, popularity, and I'm not specifically saying Sweetie here, but when you see them with these types of women, these types of guys, they don't just pay for, sex. They're also paying for the drama-free experience that comes with it. They know that if they mess with another woman who doesn't have anything to lose, who isn't established or doesn't have her own name, that can get messy fast. But if the woman already has some kind of platform status or reputation, it feels safer to them, right?
How would y'all feel, right, if you could choose your wife, right? So like you let's just say you super lit. You one of them Dubai niggas. You Saudi Arabia niggas. Dumb lit. Stupid money, right? You be like, yo, I need me XYZ. You tell one of your mans and they fly your shorty out or whatever. You build a connection with this person, you get a like real life relationship with this person, and you want to marry her or whatever. How would y'all feel? Like, do y'all think that's real love, or is it just like, fuck it? Like, cause I don't know. With these niggas, I'm listening to this man, and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, if I told my homie, yo, go get me a girl. I told my homegirl, give me a girl. I want to wife a girl right now. Give me a good girl. She got to be bad though. I'm giving her all, and they come with Sweetie. And I wife Sweetie. There's really nothing she can tell. Sweetie can't tell me shit. Like, there's nothing you could tell. I'm not gonna do it, but I say, like, you could go deal with other women and she gotta stay there. Like, there's really nothing. Because the way I got you is not traditional means. So, like, the way I keep you is not traditional means. Our marriage is not traditional. So, like, would you rock with a relationship like that? Or is it, like, weird? I don't know.
She understands discretion. She understands the game. And she's not about to risk everything for attention that's the mindset a lot of these ultra wealthy guys have. So it's not always about just attraction. It's about control, privacy, and keeping their world clean from unnecessary problems. I mean, we're talking about wealthy CEOs, executives, entrepreneurs, obviously athletes and musicians and stuff like that. And most of the time, these men already have like a main woman or a wife or a long-term partner who's already aware of how things work. So when they do have someone on the side, that's an arrangement, okay? They know that they can't just mess around with anyone because one bird-ass bitch can fuck up the whole operation.
Oh, shit,
so that's why a lot of this stuff goes on very quietly through people they trust, introductions, recommendations, circles where everybody already knows the rules, like I said. So that gets into a whole different conversation, one I'm actually working on for a separate video. But back to SAWEETIE. Now it's being alleged that she had multiple trips booked and arranged by this former road manager. The manager claims that they're flying out to all kinds of destinations, Europe, Africa, Australia with the kangaroos and shit, you name it. And according to her, those weren't just regular work trips. She's claiming there was a whole other purpose behind them, which if true, would completely change how people look at SAWEETIE's public image, because even though these kinds of rumors have been echoing around the industry for years, SAWEETIE's always tried to play on a certain image, which is like the classy, feminine, and business savvy look, right? Or classy, I would say early on in her career. Later on, she just said fuck it, right? So the Icy Girl brand that she built early on, it was about luxury, confidence, and independence. But at the same time, the way she's moved outside of that brand has often been the complete opposite. Like a few years ago, she went viral due to this Instagram live she put up where she was telling women, if he's not buying you a Birkin bag or paying your bills, throw that nigga back to the streets.
If he's not getting you a Birkin, if he's not paying for your bills, then throw that nigga back to the streets.
This is when she first probably met one of them overseas niggas. This is when she probably met one of them niggas before she got with my boy Quavo. What's that song she got, bro? What is her songs? What's her shit? That motherfucker, yeah. There you go, right here. Here you go. Hennessy on my lips, take a little sip. Privacy on the door, I'ma make that shit grip. Oh my God. Oh my God. Rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. Let's do some quick, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the classroom with carpet on that motherfucker, so you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure my math is mathing. 8 figures means $10 million plus, nigga. Right? Rich nigga, 8-figure. That's my type. What's that nigga name? What is his name? $13 million. Is he an 8-figure nigga? He's an 8-figure nigga. Oh my God. That's my type. That's my type. 8. Bad bitch. Rich nigga, new wrist, new whip, ride around dip. I could see why you basic hoes pissed. Oh my God. I get it.
Coincidentally enough, she dropped a song right before that moment called Back to the Streets. So a lot of people started feeling like the whole thing was just marketing, which it was, where she was playing into that same image in order to sell the music. And the issue with that is pretty obvious. You're selling women in your audience this fantasy that if a man isn't buying you a designer bag, which is worthless, or paying your bills, he's not worth your time. Which in other words, you're basically saying this pum pum can be bought.
No, what she's saying is, your pum pum got powers.
Bomba.
This particular story, again, these are just allegations. SAWEETIE hasn't responded to anything, but it's the kind of claim that sticks, especially when it feeds into an image people have already questioned. And the conversation that's been coming up about SAWEETIE for a while now is how much she's actually benefited from what people call pretty privilege, which in other words means the idea that her looks opened the door for her, that she's been rewarded for being attractive more than her actual talent. But recently, she actually flipped the whole conversation on its head, and she went viral for it. During a recent interview, SAWEETIE actually talked about something she called pretty punishment. In her words, people have seen that she's gorgeous, she's getting money, she's getting bags, she's always in a spotlight. But what they don't see is how many doors were slammed in her face, how many times she's been counted out or underestimated because of her appearance. And this is according to her, right? This is her perspective. SAWEETIE said they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. And what she meant by that is that being pretty comes with a different kind of bias. People project on you, they assume things, and Sometimes they even root against you out of animosity or hidden.
Ain't nobody assuming shit. All I know is, girl, I seen the messages. We saw that motherfucker in 4K. Me and you and all of us, we watched that bad boy in 4K. It said, how much you finna get? How much I'm finna get off of XYZ for the weekend? Ain't no pretty what the fuck? Fuck! What she said? Ain't no pretty punishment, Jet. You out there, you didn't want to rap because niggas wasn't your type. I think you could have been, whether you write your songs or not, you could have been solid. So what? It's 2026. Niggas are using ChatGPT to write their music. By the time, you know what I'm saying? It's not 2026 now, but it's, you know what I'm saying? You could have still been dumb lit. You had your last rapper boyfriend was who? Who was her last rapper boyfriend? Because I know it wasn't Quavo. It's been a minute since it was Quavo. Recently, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so, all right. That's all right. I could have sworn she was with a rapper. So that's her man. Oh, look, right here. YG and SAWEETIE have now split after a year of dating. You got a 12-month. Whoa. Yo, gang. I believe. Hold up. Let's go full screen. I'm telling you right now. Hold up, cuz. Because I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. Listen to me. I believe wholeheartedly, me, you, and anybody else, we get up 10, 15, 20 M's. Having our way, overly having our way. For 12 months? All we need is a subscription for 12 months? Gangy, I'm telling you we could do it. That's nothing. Give her 10 bands. 10 bands a month, 120 grand. We are having our way. Why trip?
What she meant.
Why? I will be the littest nigga out. I'm hitting niggas with content every day. Vlogs every day. For the next 12 months? 10 grand? 10 grand? I'm making that in a day. Fucking with me? Fucking with you? You're lit. Overly lit. Are you crazy? Are you smoking crack? Fuck a Dorrien, nigga. We're lit. Alright, cut this shit off. Lil Twin. We don't need it going. I made my point.
And by that is that being pretty comes with a different kind of bias. People project on you, they assume things, and sometimes they even root against you out of animosity or hidden agendas. And SAWEETIE said that this is something that she's dealt with her entire life.
Feel like the industry has tried to count you out? Like
Since I started.
What the fuck they did not?
Because I think people, look, to be honest, people see you're gorgeous. You're getting endless bags. Mm-hmm. You are.
She's never counted out. If her music ain't hitting, she could be on Vogue, nigga. If Vogue not hitting, she could sell shit. She could sell wigs, nails, eyelashes. What's that other shit? Wigs, nails, eyelashes, lip gloss. She could sell earrings. She could sell scrubs. Bitch, she would never be broke. You chose the easy way out, yeah.
Girl, I don't think they understand how many doors, how many rejections, how many times people have counted you out.
I saw it on TikTok. They talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just different face, same case.
Oof. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I can't believe this.
After that clip went viral, SAWEETIE got a lot of backlash online, but she pushed back saying the media twisted her words and misrepresented her point. On X, formerly known as Twitter, she said the conversation wasn't about bragging or complaining. It was about microaggressions, hidden agendas, and what it's really like to move through the industry as a woman who's constantly being judged for her looks. And she clarified that she's grateful and she's happy for her success. You know, glory to God, I believe she said. But the pressure, Amen. Bias, and judgment is real. And she ended it by saying she's not fazed and that she'll keep going because she has a vision, right? So yeah, she framed the whole pretty privilege narrative into something deeper. And whether you agree or not, it's definitely got people talking, right? Now, I don't know exactly where SAWEETIE stands after these allegations. We haven't heard her side. And everything that's come out so far is still just
Who had that
claims.
meal? Who had this meal right here? Who went to go get this? Put it down in the comments, because I know I did. And that motherfucker weak ass too. That motherfucker was hard. That shit was hard though.
That's come out so far is still just claims. But what we do know is that this whole conversation opens up a much bigger door because it's way more common than people think. And it got me thinking about something else, which is if SAWEETIE, someone with money, fame, and a career, and a very strong brand, is allegedly moving this way, imagine what's going on with the industry women who don't have any of that. Imagine what a lot of these Instagram models are doing behind the scenes, like not the established ones, the ones who are trying to get it popping just now. The ones who are flying out to all these different places like it's nothing. Amsterdam to Bali to Oslo. Next day she's all up in New York and then back to Bali. Like, bitch, how the fuck you do that shit? Posting this luxurious lifestyle, but they don't have a consistent stream of income. And a lot of them are just doing what they can.
They definitely have a consistent stream of income. If they go on this route, they have a consistent stream of income. It's called... It is what it is.
And to keep up with the image, to survive, to maintain a lifestyle, or to chase that next opportunity, which usually comes in the form of a man with money who they're using as a come up. I think these allegations are pretty wild. And to emphasize once again, these are just allegations right now. However,
I don't think it's allegations. It's too much evidence. We caught it in 4K, chat. I don't know about all this extra shit that he talking about. We caught it in 4K, but just know, all we need to do, me and you, all we need to do, brother, is make 100 grand, 160, 100, call it 170. We need to make 170 for top 10. We make 400,000. Top 5, yeah. All you gotta do is make 400 racks. 400 racks, and we in that bit like swimwear, nigga. I'm talking about anything. Nigga, 400 G's, and we got SAWEETIE. Fuck you talking about? I'm talking about I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one, man.